What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another full self-driving beta video. Today we're going to see if Tesla's full self-driving beta version 11.4.2 can take me to Home Depot, hopefully with zero interventions and zero disengagements. So pretty quick drive, should only be about 10 minutes or so, but this is somewhere I actually need to go. I have to go there to pick some stuff up. And I figured I would take you along and show you it on a more normal route. So I've challenged it in downtown. I've challenged it with construction, that it still is very, very bad at dealing with construction scenarios. Here is more of a normal A to B drive to kind of show you the capabilities of the car if somebody's using it day to day in more of a normal situation as I am here. Again, I'm not like making up a route. This is somewhere I actually have to go. This is something I do on the daily. Now, we are starting off, I started in a neighborhood, so it would be a little more realistic. But besides that, I'm actually going here. So we're going to take a left here, and the car is very slow going across this, and then we get a takeoff once it realizes it's clear. Now, if you want to be really nitpicky, you can be like, hey, I would have went through that faster, there's nobody there. But in terms of like a robo-taxi, like picking me up, going to the store, who cares about those little things? That's really not a problem, in my opinion. The car is being slow and safe, and that's going to be a priority. So overall, I do have some repeatable issues on my routes that I will continue showing you in future videos, so make sure you hit like and get subscribed so you don't miss those. But overall, the system is at least being pretty consistent for me, pretty comfortable. A lot of the acceleration and deceleration, things like that, are feeling really good. If you're new to FSD beta or Tesla or self-driving, any of that, the little blue steering wheel on the top left of the display there means the car is driving itself. And if I disengage, it'll make a chime, and you will know that for sure. So coming up here, we have a decently difficult unprotected left turn here, in my opinion. So you can see cross traffic is going pretty quickly, probably maybe 40 to 50 miles per hour, somewhere in that range, coming from both directions. And we'll need to turn across both of those lanes. Now, sometimes the car will use this middle. Okay, you can't go. It's like wants to cut this person off. No, okay, that was stupid. Okay, I'm just watching what it's doing. So far this is really stupid in terms of like the way the car looks to the people around us, but at least it's like safely. Okay, so it did make the turn. It was very awkward, I'll give it that, but in terms of safety and getting the job done, it did the left turn. I didn't need to help it at all, and it didn't put us in any danger. I think the only thing is that person who was making the left turn may have been a little concerned, like, why are you coming towards me? But I was looking at them and they didn't look at the car. So awkward, but it did handle it by itself so far. And we'll continue here and get on the highway. So this lane change is very good. We need to be in this lane to get on the highway coming up here. And this will probably be one of the more challenging aspects because for me, highway merging isn't that great, but let's give it a chance. Let's see how it does. Okay, again, we are in the correct lane here to enter the highway as we need to. Turn signal timing is very good. Turn feels smooth. The speed feels really good. Everything there is great. And we're merging onto the highway. So it has the 70 mile per hour speed limit. We are speeding up, which is great. I have had some times where, for whatever reason, it does not want to accelerate to the speed on the highway until we're really far into the lane, but this speed so far is pretty good. Now, I definitely would want to be 70 before I get past this solid line, and it looks like we are definitely going to do that. So nice job here. And then we should have a turn signal and a lane change. But as you'll see, a lot of times beta still just kind of gets squeezed to the end of the lane. In that situation, it worked well, but sometimes if it's very busy and there's a lot of cars in the way, it can really mess beta up, and you have to take over in those. Now, I do have an on-ramp I've showed where the car does say moving away from merge lane. It uses a turn signal, and it is a beautiful, awesome lane change every time I've done it. But it only works on certain on-ramps. I'm not sure why. Now that we're on the highway, I wouldn't expect any troubles, but let's let the car continue on and see how it does, and we'll have a little bit more off-highway driving before we get to our final destination there. All right, we are slowing here down to 55, and then the speed goes back up to 70, so that's strange. I did not do anything. I didn't change anything, and now we're going to be in the way of these guys, but that person does yield to us as they should, so that actually worked out really, really well. Beta waits for this pickup truck, and the person behind me yielded as they were supposed to, so it worked out perfectly. That speed limit change was really weird, though. I can't say it's the first time I've seen it. Every once in a while, for whatever reason, the car thinks its speed limit goes down, and then it usually quickly corrects itself. Of course, when I'm driving normally, I actually take over so I can leave a voice note, but for the purpose of the video, I'm showing you what the car can do and what it's capable of. All right, so coming up to our exit here can be difficult. Slowing down to 55, I'm kind of iffy on that one, but this is a combination on-ramp and off-ramp. So the cars are merging on while we need to merge off. So we got the turn signal. We're moving over, so that was handled pretty much perfectly. Those are always really tricky, even for people, I feel like, because if you have a lot of cars merging on, it can just be really congested and difficult to get over. You got to really manage your speed appropriately. So I would say the car did a good job of that. And the slowing, again, I'm not a huge fan of going below the speed limit on the highway, but the slowing is very gradual in a way that the person behind you isn't going to be surprised by that, as long as they're not friggin' texting back there. If they're paying attention, it should be a very easy, change for them to adjust to. So pretty congested up here. We have a right turn, and we should stay in this lane. Sometimes Beta will try to get around the traffic and save some time, so we'll see how it handles this congestion here. So this is incorrect. It's now merging us onto the highway. And then it fixes itself. All right, I'll report that one. That's weird. I've never seen that before. Well, in this version is doing that a lot. That's what I'll say. I mean, in that exact spot, I've driven here a few times, in the past couple of years. I've never seen it do that in that exact spot. But 11.4.2 for me, and I've shown it already in videos in 11.4.1, wants to move over into these lanes to your right. And talking with people on Twitter, it's looking like it has to do with the car knows a right turn is coming up, and so it's just a little too eager to move over to the right to make that right turn. Seems like it has something to do with their new logic on getting in the correct lane for your upcoming maneuver. So that can be like super annoying, but it was nice to see it correct itself there. So we are planning to move to the right. I'm not gonna lie, the pin placement here is pretty disappointing. I have had it drive into this parking lot for me before. I don't know why that's changed now. We'll see, but it's probably just gonna want me to take over here near the end, which is really sad because in the past it's taken me into the parking lot up here. And it doesn't look like it's gonna do that this time. Let's just see what it says. Give you a little force on the steering wheel. Stopping for traffic light. I wonder if I could really quickly reroute it, actually get us to go back here. All right, very good. So taking off of that green, it does seem like whatever destination I first picked was just incorrect. And so it didn't take us down the parking lot, but it looks like it's gonna miss it now. That's so unfortunate. So, you know what, honestly, that's mostly my fault. Now I'm wasting my time here because I picked the wrong, basically, like location to start at. Or to finish at, rather than the pin I've used in the past, which takes us directly into the parking lot. So I'm probably going to end it there. It did get us to where I told it to go, the pin in the road, without me doing anything. I think I touched the steering wheel, 3 times, maybe 4 times during that whole drive. And it was not a perfect drive. We did have some weirdness here and there, but the car was able to handle everything by itself. If I was to become incapacitated during this drive, it would have driven us and then stopped in the road in front of Home Depot, and that would have been it. So overall, I'll let this load. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. If you have any questions down below, I look forward to talking to you down in the comments, and you will see me in Full Self Driving Beta in the next video.